Richfield, this is Janice Reed, Community Editor of the Richfield Sun-Current, bringing you the news and happenings in Richfield, Minnesota. A new Richfield Schools task force will consider adding a specialty school to the district. The Richfield School Board authorized staff last night to create the group to comprise 20 or so parents, local business owners, city staff, and board members. Dubbed the Second Choice School Task Force, the members will be charged with examining the possibility of an elementary level specialty school. Superintendent Robert Slaughterback said that this school could be anything from a private school type environment to a school of the arts. It is understood that such a school should not cost the district any additional money and would need to increase funds or at minimum remain cost neutral. The task force will be expected to make a recommendation on whether the school is plausible or not to the school board no later than September 1st. Plans to discuss budget reductions, which I mentioned yesterday, was moved to a future meeting. Today we feature a video compiled by photographer Craig Lassig explaining Richfield's dual language program.
Hello, my name is Luis Versalles. I'm the program coordinator for Richfield Dual Language School, a new Spanish dual immersion elementary school in the Richfield Public Schools. Well, this is our second year as a school. We actually, the project that led to the creation of the school started a couple years before that, but this is actually the second year of the school. We started the enrollment process, and we currently have approximately 70 students enrolled for next year. So we certainly are continuing the enrollment process and would encourage any interested families to submit their registration materials. Our next enrollment deadline is March 13th, Friday, March 13th, and our kindergarten orientation will be the following Tuesday, March 17th.
How do they contact you?
They can contact us here directly at the school, which is 612-798-6780. And if they haven't received, for whatever reason, a kindergarten registration packet from the Richfield Public Schools, we'd be happy to provide that.
What's the difference between your program and Spanish? Is Spanish immersion and your program the same thing?
That's a great question. Actually, our program is what's called two-way immersion. So within the umbrella of immersion programs, two-way immersion is really, I think, kind of the gold standard in immersion programs, in that it gives kids a wonderful opportunity to learn a second language at a high level, in that in a two-way immersion program, the students in the program are a bilingual audience, meaning that roughly half of the students are native English-speaking students learning Spanish or another language, and roughly half of the students are bilingual themselves in English and Spanish, or native Spanish-speaking students. So in a two-way immersion program, students are not only learning from their classroom teacher, but they're also learning from their peers, which is a wonderful advantage for them.
So you purposely mix half and half?
That's ideally what you're striving for, is a balance in terms of those language groups. And we've been very fortunate at Richfield Dual Language School in our first 2 years. We really have been right at that 50-50 mix. Which again just provides an optimal environment for the kids. So,
and Spanish immersion is just.
And Spanish immersion, typical when you talk about Spanish immersion programs, most of the programs in Minnesota are what you would call one-way Spanish immersion or language immersion programs, where native English-speaking children are learning a second language. So in a two-way program, again, you have that reciprocal learning that's happening between the two language groups of students, and of course with the classroom teachers as well. Frankly, it's really amazing to see how well adjusted kids are at this whole idea of learning a second language. What we know is that, frankly, most kids around the world do precisely this, that many kids around the world are schooled in more than one language. So this idea of doing schooling through the medium of more than one language is something that's been around for some time, and we know that all human beings are born with that ability to learn several languages if provided the right environment and support. So that is our philosophy here, that we believe if we provide the right environment and support for our learners, that all kids can achieve high academics in more than one language.
The weather underground forecast for tonight is mostly clear with lows between 5 and 0 degrees. Tomorrow it is likely to be partly cloudy with highs around 15. For the Richfield Sun-Current and Sun newspapers, I'm Janice Reed. Thanks for watching.